Hello, and welcome to SFI Compliance video tutorial series. In today's topic, we'll be discussing how to follow up with abatement on our data management system. In order to access your DMS dashboard, first go to www.sficompliance.com and select Client Login. Simply enter your credentials and select the Login button, which will bring you to your dashboard home screen, which should look something like this. Once you've reached your dashboard home screen, we'll need to identify what activity is needing abatement. Simply scroll down on the page in order to identify your site health. Now this information here shows you your site health. In order to change your site, you can simply select on your user profile, this selection here, and then we can actually decide which job site we want to see our site health for. For this example, we're showing site 2, but if we wanted to change that, we would close that out and come down here and select a different job site, and then simply select Save. This will update our dashboard for the appropriate job site that we would like to see. Now when we scroll down, we notice, all of our stats have changed and the site health is showing for site 5 rather than site 2 as before. Looking across the page, we see job site inspection hazards. This shows us that we had 59 hazards indicated in our inspection reports, and 40 of those hazards have been abated. Now, keep in mind, this is only for job site inspections. As we continue across the page, we see workplace safety checklist hazards. This is going to be a different process for workplace safety, but as you can see for this site, we have not had any workplace safety checklists entered, therefore there are no hazards to abate. So, how do we follow up with the job site inspection hazards? Well, in order to find those, we continue down the page and we'll find this column that says activity needing abatement. This is how we can find the reports that still need to be followed up with. So for the first one, we'll go into one of these job site inspections. We're going to notice a few things. The first thing we see actually is our abatement score here on this report is 0%. That means we have not had any of the hazards that were indicated in this report abated. And we also see our site grade, which is 69%. This will not change. Continuing down the page now, we see these little red icons. These red icons indicate that this is a hazard that has not been abated. So for this first one, we see handrails were not installed at stairs with 4 or more risers from the garage to the house. So if this has been corrected, we're going to come in here and select Edit. Now from this page, we'll scroll down just a little bit and we'll see we have an abatement toggle. So this has been corrected. We're going to change the abatement to Yes. Then we're going to say, how was this corrected? We'll say that the handrails were installed. We'll also want to select the abatement date that reflects when that correction was made. Simply go to the bottom and then click Save and Close. And now we can see we have updated that abatement and we have a green check mark appearing, which means no further action is required for that line item. Continuing down the page, we see that we have additional hazards. So you'll simply go through these one by one and follow the same process. Again, select abatement yes or no, and we'll say, how was it abated? We'll say that the cover plate was installed for this example. We'll say that the abatement day was today. This is automatically populated with today's date. Again, make sure that you make the appropriate selection for when the hazard was actually corrected, and then simply select Save and Close. Now we have another abatement made. Now as we scroll back up to the top of the page, you'll notice our abatement score has changed. We went from 0% with updating 2 of those hazards, now we're up to 16.7. Once all the abatements have been made, this will be 100% abatement score, which is what our goal is for every report. This is how we abate job site inspections. Simply return to your dashboard to continue abating other reports. And then, if you're looking for a workplace safety checklist, we're going to need to change our site so we can locate one of those. So we're going to come and change our job site, and this time we will say job site 1. Simply select Save, and we'll locate some workplace safety checklists that need to be abated. Now in this one, we see we have one hazard, and it has not been abated in our workplace safety checklist for site 1. Again, keep in mind, these stats here are appearing only for the job site that is selected. As we scroll down the page, we'll see here's our activity needing abatement for site 1. And we will see we have a workplace safety checklist. That's what we're going to select. So as we go look at this inspection, we found the hazard that has not been abated. And for this one, it says, is routine cleaning and disinfecting performed in common areas, break tables, office desks, stairways, handrails, common door handles, and high traffic areas, etc. Now, if this was a real inspection report, these additional comments would probably tell you exactly what the issue was, if it was maybe break tables or those office desks, handrails, etc. So again, once this hazard has been corrected, we simply select the abated toggle from no to yes. Then we're going to say how this was achieved. So we'll say routine in place. Well, again, make sure that you make the appropriate date selection for when this was completed, and then we can click Save. Now our abatements have been saved for this report. Continuing down the page, we'll have a Save and Complete option. So we can save and complete this report with the new abatements. We'll select yes, we want to complete this, and then we will email the updated report. We email this lets everybody on the distribution list know this report has been updated and all the abatements have been made. And that is how you follow up with abatements on a workplace safety checklist. Now, there are other ways that you can find any activity needing abatement that we'll walk through here in just a moment. The first thing you would do is go to your job site inspections if that's what you're looking for, and that will bring us to a new page. On this job site inspections page, you will find all the job site inspections that are listed for your company. Select how many of those inspections we want to see at a time, and then we can scroll down and find anything that may still need abatement. All these green check marks indicate that that report has a 100% abatement score. If it does not have a 100% abatement score, it will be marked with the red exclamation point again. So we will click on the report number in order to access that, and then we can come over here again, select Edit, make our abatements, and then save this report. So we will do that very quickly. We will say yes, this has been abated. How was this abated? The access ramp was not 18 inches wide with cleats for traction. So we'll say the stairs were installed and this hazard was removed. And simply scroll to the bottom of the page, select Save and Complete. Back to the top and we'll see our abatement score for this report is now 100%. If you wish to notify your team or anybody on the distribution list that these abatements have been made, simply select Email Updated Report. If you're looking for a workplace safety checklist to follow up with, we can also make that selection here and bring us to the Workplace Safety Checklist page. From this page, we have those same filters and options. You can also search for specific reports if you have the checklist ID number you're looking for, or we can search by date from one selection to another. We can search by your company, your site, the inspector who completed the reports, or anything that was completed by either SFI compliance or the client, which would be you. So again, we will make the selection. We want to see, say, 50 of these inspections at a time. And we'll scroll down and we'll notice we still have some reports that need to be abated. So simply click on the report number. And again, we can follow up with these abatements. And that concludes how to follow up with workplace safety checklist inspection abatements. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact us and we'll be glad to assist. One option for connecting with us, if you do have any questions, is at the bottom of your dashboard screen. You can simply submit a question here and somebody will respond to you as quickly as they can. Thank you for your time and have a great day.